How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to the Season 10 finale of The Walking Dead. This episode is titled A Certain Doom, which is also Volume 28 of the comics. Now, we are here. After 6 months of waiting for this finale, we are finally here to finish this season instead of ending it off at the worst place possible. Hopefully this finale, I'm not going to have my expectations high just in case. The episode's only 40 minutes, so I don't know if they could fit everything in 40 minutes. I feel like scenes might be cut and it might be a bit rushed, but we'll see. I feel like it should be an hour, but whatever. Some crazy news has come out about this universe. We've had confirmation that there'll be 6 more episodes in Season 10. Whether they're mini episodes like 20 minutes or something, or full-on episodes, we'll have to see. So technically this isn't the finale, but it is at the same time, because this is the end of the story, but the mini episodes are kind of picking up some of that story, but not going too deep with it into it like Season 11 will be. Which, speaking of Season 11, is the final season. So I think it's a 24 episode final season. Not sure why they just didn't do Season 11 and Season 12, but whatever. We've still got like 30 episodes left. Still, that's literally 2 seasons. Around 2 seasons. Close to 2 seasons. So yeah, they've confirmed that Season 11 will be the final season, and they've also announced like 2 new spin-offs, which is one's titled Tales of the Walking Dead, which is going to be like an anthology series, which is going to follow new and existing characters, or dead characters, like backstories for the governor. We could see a Negan backstory, we could see new characters come into it, we could see a Magnus Group backstory. We've also got like a Cal and Daryl spin-off, which will be interesting. I'm not a fan of them announcing it before this finale, though, because I thought Cal was going to die in this finale. It could be interesting, because it could be set after the main show, and we could see like the same characters, but it won't be like a full-on like sequel to the main show. It will just be like a continuation, but focusing on these characters. We'll still probably have other characters in it. I just think it'll be a main focus on Cal and Daryl, you know? I feel like there's more to that show. They've just said Cal and Daryl's spin-off. I think there's more to it than we're letting on. We've also got World Beyond. That episode is out early too, so I'll be watching that straight after this. We got Fear the Walking Dead. We got the Vic movies. Yeah, it should be interesting, man. Like the final season, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed they're ending around the same point the comics did. I thought they'd go a little bit further with it, but I guess the spin-offs will count for that. So last episode, brief recap. We were at a hospital from Season 5, or should I say the tower, even though it's not a tower. That's just what it's called for some reason. The group is mainly at the tower. Judith and Daryl encountered a whisper in the woods. Daryl fucking brutalized her. And then Judith did tell Daryl about Vic. I hope she tells him this episode. And then we've got... What else happened? Oh yeah, Alden and Aaron both got like surrounded by whisperers, but I know the outcome of that scene because I've seen the opening minutes of this episode, so I know what's going to happen there. No idea how they get out of it, considering they had a fucking gun in their face, but whatever. Negan and Lydia had a moment, Carol and Kelly had a moment. Hopefully Connie will come back this episode. And Beta's talking to himself. Well, not really. He's hearing the walkers talk to him. Right? And also Princess and Eugene and that are going in off to thingy. But I think they've confirmed that the city they were in where they met Princess wasn't Pittsburgh, which means Vic's at Pittsburgh then. Predictions for this episode. I was going to say Carol would die, but considering I know the outcome of what's going to happen there, then no. Because they've confirmed the spin-off. I think Connie's going to come back, Gabriel's going to die, Beta's going to die, Oceanside people are going to die, Luke's going to die. I feel like that's too many deaths, though. No, Beta's going to survive. I think Beta will survive. Because in the comics, he survived slightly past this point. So I wonder if they'll do the same thing. I don't think they'll kill him off, but considering they've advertised this episode as like the end of the Whisperer War, it would make sense to kill him off. But it just depends on how they do it, I guess. Hopefully it is better than the comic death, because the comic death was a bit anticlimactic, honestly. All I know is the opening minutes, like Maggie's coming back. I know there's going to be a Commonwealth soldier at some point, because when they announced the show ending, they showed like a quick glimpse of a Commonwealth soldier. And what else did they show? Virgil's back, so for some reason, I had no idea how he got off that island, but whatever, we'll leave it at that. Anyway, let's get right into it, shall we?
Damn. Yeah, me too.
Oh, Diane could die, honestly. So I've seen the opening minutes here, but it's interesting how it starts with Gabe. It's almost like, he's gonna die! Oh. Yeah, Gabe's dead, then. Like, I've seen this scene before, Gabe's dead. Well, we know Daryl makes it back. Oh, yeah, they pulled that walker in, right? Yeah. So they're gonna gut that walker. Then use that to get out. Virgil there, for some reason, I don't know. No idea how these two escaped. And he had guns in front of them. And then we get introduced to some assassin. We think he's playing Assassin's Creed or something. He's not. Actually, it's a guy from Dying Light. And there's Maggie. This part's sick. This part's great. I love that. I love it. Yo. This is the last time we're going to air this till next year, but this is what it is. There's Vic. Oh, there he's gone again. Yo, it got more burnt. He fell off his fucking bike. How? Did he fall over a rock or something? So he can get a cure. Well, not cure, but you know what I mean? Like, get rid of the cancer. Because Commonwealth are capable of that. Probably. Hell yeah, dude. Wait, Dowell and that, I thought they were in a different building. God, Gabe's dead, dude. I've been saying this for like the past 3 episodes. It's not going to happen. I watch it not... If he doesn't die, I'm going to be surprised. Here we go. Negan. Gonna fucking bitch slap her. You left me. I could have died. I'm not saying he should hit her, but I'm just saying, like, she fucked him over. I mean, it did fix something, because if Alpha was still alive, you'd be even more fucked. Doesn't seem very urgent, does it? Like, we've just got like the horde surrounding the hospital, and we're still getting the same scenes we got last episode. What the fuck? Hopefully they don't kill her off though, because that'd be. They need a character alive from each story arc, I think. There it is, beautiful. Well, no, he's right. He's right. You don't want to draw attention. Negan's wearing a fucking leather jacket. Unless he took off the leather jacket and wore a mask. He could be good. Honestly, I'd rather prefer Negan stays behind, you know, just to help defend, just in case, you know. Oh, no, Jerry. He's out there. He could die. You've got to be careful just in case there's... Whisperers there. Beatrice, she's gonna probably die. Dude, someone's gonna get stabbed here. Like out of nowhere, it's just gonna be like a little yoink. Exactly like the comics. Still would have preferred if it was in Alexandria though, then like the Whisperers sneaking into the houses and stuff would be sick. Like, I mean technically they've already kind of done that though with Beta. PTSD here though, because she was in a horde before, right? Someone's gonna die, surely. Uh-oh. Oh! Munch it! Munch it! Rip him apart, boys! Oh! 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 Hell yeah, I did. I love the gory death. Glenn's death. Beta. Uh-oh. Don't tell me he's gonna catch it. Oh. Dude. Yo! There's so many of them. Uh-oh. Oh shit! They Last of Us the door. What? The door. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus Christ. Freddy Krueger? Is that you?
Like you said, I ain't no hero.
You could be.
Oh!
Well, I guess that's what I'm doing now.
Yes, he's not leaving. Yes! Fuck that fucking stupid shit in the comics. Fuck off. What was the point of all that redemption for him just to leave? Pointless. Oh, they're going down the elevator shaft. Imagine Negan just falls and dies. Oh! That's how they kill him off. He just falls down the elevator shaft.
Beatrice.
Oh. Beatrice is dead, dude. That's the only reason she'd be out there. She's dead. One's gonna come behind her. Oh! Beatrice is dead. I mean... Oh! That's what I'm talking about, dude! Oh, Beta took it. Oh, a Whisper took it. Maybe Negan took it? Because Negan did go down the elevator shaft, so he could be out there. Who is that? Is that Lydia? It's kind of creepy when she wears that mask. The fuck? Beatrice is dead. I mean, Carol had no choice there. Oh, dog's in there! No, 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 no. No! I completely forgot about dog. Yo, Ben McCreary's going ham, yeah. God damn it. How long we got left? It's been 20 minutes, dude. We're already halfway through the episode. This episode should be extended, dude. Like, Beta can't do anything now. Like, what does he do with the music? He can't do anything. Oh, shit. Wait, what? That felt rushed. They're dead. Jesus. They just got Last of Us. Oh, why is it got to be nighttime? I can't see shit. They're obviously going to have to fight Whisperers here, right? Kill the walkers and then... He felt like a... What did he throw it in? Oh, he's dead. Oh! And now the horse is going to die because it's Walking Dead.
It has to be me. I can do it.
Yeah, you could probably kind of...
Come on, we gotta go right now.
I don't know, you could trick them maybe. They'll keep walking. They don't give a fuck, right? Walkers aren't going to just stop walking and then turn around. They're just going to keep on walking. So if you lead them, they'll just keep on going, right? How are they not out yet? It's been like 4 hours. I knew Gabe would die. Where's Negan, dude? He's gone down the elevator shaft. He just disappeared. He's been down there for several hours. Come on. Go on, Gabe. Go on. No. No. Oh, here it is. Someone save him, please. Please. Oh, shit. What the fuck? He's with... Wait, they're with Mikey?
Okay.
You tell me Gabe doesn't die? Yeah. Yo, look at that behemoth. Oh, Jesus. Doll versus Beta. You're getting the same treatment that you did to other people. Oh! 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 Yes! Negan versus Beta! He doesn't have the bat though, goddamn. Wait, what? What the fuck? What the fuck?
You are not broken.
We are free. We know nothing. We are free. We fear nothing. We are free. We embrace our death.
What the fuck?
It's the end of the world.
What the fuck?
The end of the world.
Wait. I mean, I'm okay with that. I kind of had a theory that it'd be hit. Jesus Christ.
You know who that asshole was?
Yeah. Nobody.
I mean, it was a similar way in the comics. That's literally how they did it in the comics. Well, I mean, he didn't get his eyes stabbed out. Jesus, that was brutal. It's pretty good, though. Pretty good. Kind of underwhelming, though, like Negan versus Beta. Like, he just knocked him down, but, I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened with Jesus and Aaron in the comics. Like, they got surrounded, and they fought Beta for a little bit, and then they kind of got a pot shot off at him and killed him. Like, the fight lasted like 2 pages, like not even a page, I don't think, in the comics. It was very quick. I just feel like they could have fitted more in. They wasted too much time at the beginning, I think. Yeah, that's a good shot, dude. I mean, they've had time to kind of make the CG look pretty good. Wait, is she gonna jump? No, no, of course not, obviously not. See you later! Woohoo! We're going skydiving, boys. Or mountain diving. Oh, why didn't they show them fucking land? What? Ooh! Ta-ta, boys! Way! Hey, hey! Woo! Is that it? No. That'd take longer. How long have they been there for? Like 2 minutes? I'm barely surprised Gabe didn't die. I'm a little bit underwhelmed there, honestly. I thought Gabe would have died. But I guess that makes sense why he didn't die. Someone hug Negan. He needs a hug. Hey! There we go. He needs a hug. Where's Connie though? What the fuck? Hang on a minute. That's one plot thread that we don't have know anything about. And Virgil, what the fuck? And Commonwealth. Wait, there's so many there's so many things we've got to do. And there's like 4 minutes left. What the fuck? I can't get over how they killed Beta. He got governed like 2.0. Connie? Wait. What the fuck? What is that? Hey, she's alive. Wait, is she dead? No, she's good. At least they're not spending like a whole episode with her. Please tell me she gets reunited with them. She becomes the new villain. Virgil? How the fuck did he get a horse? What? Oh god, here we go. They're gonna get surrounded, gonna get light shined at them and stuff. It's gonna be very accurate to the comic because they're in the exact same.
Maybe in the morning.
It's not here anymore. Keep tracking until we find him.
I feel like someone's in the back of that truck, in that car.
The reason we
It's just gonna open.
only voyaged was to make.
Damn. You're one really horny dude.
There it is.
Weapons down! Hands in the air!
Yo. Yo, they look fucking sick! Stormtroopers did... What the fuck? You can't end it there. Don't 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 end it there. Fuck off. There's an after credits scene. You end... We get a cliffhanger straight into another cliffhanger. As a finale, I think it wrapped up the storyline, like, for the whole season. The only problem is, it wasn't a good end to the Whisperer story arc. It felt very rushed, in my opinion. Like, I honestly, I think the genuine thing that could have fixed it is if they made the episode longer. Made the episode longer. Still though, the Commonwealth soldiers look sick. But yeah, like, I don't know. I could see people having their expectations way too high. But don't forget, this was meant to air a week after. It could have been so much better if it aired a week after, I think. But considering we've had to wait 6 months and it felt like kind of anticlimactic in a way. Because it was over so quick, you know? It just felt they wasted too many scenes. I think they could have focused more on this, like, getting out of the hospital. And it felt janky too. Like, the editing was a bit janky. We had, like, that fade to black and then it was suddenly night. And then, you know, the same song was still playing. Like, no idea how they got that car or wagon. Where did they find that? You know, that person was with Maggie, the masked guy. No idea how Aaron and Alden got out of that situation when they had guns in their face. It just felt like a lot of the stuff was kind of hard to explain. It was just out of nowhere. Like, Virgil at the beginning of the episode is walking, and then at the end he's on a horse. It's like, what? It just felt like there was so many missed points with this finale. I just think they rushed it. At the end of the day, they could have just made it longer. I mean, it should be an hour episode, honestly. It should have been an hour episode. There was two... By the time they started going out into the Horde, there was 20 minutes left of the episode. You know? Or around that point. That alone just says something. It just says, like, the episode should have been longer. Spend 40 minutes on... maybe not 40 minutes. Maybe spend 50 minutes on the Whisperer stuff and then 10 minutes on the Commonwealth stuff. I think some people will be happy with this finale. I'm kind of, like, nixed on this. Like, it was a good finale. But it just fell... It fell short. I think they could have done a little bit more with it. You know, I just felt like a lot of the scenes were kind of cheapened. And maybe that's down to budget. Maybe that's down to budget. Maybe that's just down to how long the episode was. Because I think the Dowell and Negan and Beta fight could have been a little bit longer. I call it a fight. He literally just pushed Negan over. Negan killed a walker. Then Beta was on top of him. And then Dowell came behind him and stabbed his eyes out. Which was brutal. Like, this episode was brutal. I loved how brutal it was. But that doesn't excuse the fact that they kind of cheapened that fight. Like, that fight was building for a while this season. And they did what I predicted in Season 9, where Dowell just comes out of nowhere. Like, or, like, in this case, in Season 9, like, Negan got out of the cell. Then the trailer happened and we saw Dowell fighting Beta. I thought Negan would come in and save Dowell. In this case, it was the opposite. It was Dowell came in and saved Negan. Which, honestly, is good. But I'm fucking pissed off that Gabriel didn't die. Because, honestly, I was thinking about Gabriel's death before I was watching this episode. I was like, it'd be such a great way to kill him off. If he went out defending and sacrificing himself, that would be such a perfect story arc to his character. Like, he starts off hiding in a church from his congregation to saving his community, staying behind and getting people out there. That would have been such a better, more dignified end for him. But, like, I guess they're keeping him alive. That's the only death I think someone big should have died this episode. Similar to the Season 8 finale for me. Like, you have this build-up of this, like, oh, shit, this has been going on, this is it, the end of all-out war. And then it's over within one frame. Like, you can end all-out war in a GIF. It's literally just all their guns explode, and that's it. And then that's the end of the war. That's how they win. They've never been good at ending conflicts at all in the show. Like, I'd say this conflict is slightly better than All Out War's ending. The All Out War ending, I could argue, yes, it was more closure, because I think it wrapped it up nice and in a little bow. You know, with Carl's death and all that, they kind of wrapped it up in a nice way. But the ending to the war itself was very anticlimactic. And that's just down to them using Eugene as a plot device and just destroying all the fucking guns. And that's the problem with it. It like All Out War, and yet I didn't see a war. It was just one-sided battles in season 8. You know, you had the first couple of episodes where Vic and Nat were just dominating the Saviors. Then the Saviors came back with an M60. That didn't matter in the end because they ended up dying too. So it was still one-sided, even though like the Kingdom lost most of their group. It was still very one-sided. Then Negan and that get out. Then it's one-sided on their side. So they start owning the survivors, the Saviors. And then it's back again to the survivors owning the Saviors again. It's never equal. Like it's like, think of what happened in Too Far Gone, right? That mid-season finale in season 4. Like, it felt very like, even though like both the governor and Vic and that. I mean, Vic and that the group won, but they lost a lot too. They lost the prison. They lost Herschel. They lost a couple of other extra characters, you know, and they lost each other because they got separated. While the governor, he died, like he lost that battle, and he had a tank, you know. That's what I think. I think like they could have done that with All Out War. Like, they've been outnumbered, but then something miraculous happens. Well, not miraculously. Like, they just managed to. It's more intense in season 4. It was more of an intense fight. In season 8, I didn't really see any intense fighting. It just felt like aimless shooting. You know, brrr, we've got infinite ammo in this scene, but when I'm fighting Negan, nah, I'm out of bullets. It's like shit like that. Shit like that is annoying, because you can't have infinite ammo in one scene and then not in the other. That's not how it works. You have to be consistent with it. And people say, oh, having limited ammo would be so boring. No, it wouldn't. It'd be so much more intense. If they're in a shootout and they've run out of ammo, what do they do? What do they do? It's more intense. That's how a situation would be in real life. It'd be so much more intense. You know, and that's... the only thing that... I'm not bothered about the infinite ammo. I'm just bothered the fact that if you do infinite ammo, just do it consistently. Don't do it every now and again for certain fights. And that's what I preferred about this season, honestly. There was not really that many guns until like the last 5 minutes of the episode. I think the episode was good. Just a bit anticlimactic, honestly. It just fell short slightly. As a season, though, not as good as season 9. I prefer season 9. Not as good, honestly. There's more issues with this season, I think. The Sadiq Dante thing, like, that was a peak decision. I was like, there's no way this is true. And it turned out to be true, and I was like, that's ridiculous. That's some fan fiction shit right there. That's bullshit. I don't know. It felt like a lot of the stuff fell short. They call it a whisper war, but it's like even the fight at Hilltop lasted, what, 4 minutes? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Not even that. It was over before it even began. It's budget. I'm telling you, it's budget. It has to be budget. Yeah, I prefer season 9 over season 10. And a part of me kind of prefers season 1. Season 1. It's 6 episodes, but they're all decent. You know? There's not one weak episode, and I think that's what makes it. As a season, yes, it's a short season, but there's not one weak episode in that season. Even though it's 6 episodes, there's not one weak episode. In my opinion, I like every episode in season 1. Because I don't think any other season in the show has matched season 1 in terms of just that horror feeling, you know? You could argue this episode did, but this episode, all it did was just gory stuff. It wasn't like the horror in season 1, the music, the atmosphere. Oof. maybe I'll do another. Maybe I'll do like a review for the whole season. Maybe. I'm still working on the Agents of Shield stuff. So just in case anyone's wondering about that, I've had more ideas to that. So yeah. But yeah, solid, decent season. Not the best, but decent season. Not worse than season 8. I'll be honest, sir. As a season, I think the season was good, but the problem was spending the whole first half with this brewing moment, and then a couple of episodes in the second half dedicated to fighting. It just felt a little short. Honestly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these 6 extra episodes. I wonder if they'll be about Connie or anything like that. Connie and Virgil. Maybe they'll focus on... They won't focus on the Commonwealth stuff, because I think they'll dedicate that to season 11. But maybe we'll see more stuff with the survivors, like Negan and shit like that. Yeah. Decent season. Alright finale. Bit lackluster in terms of like what happened, because I think it was very rushed. But it is what it is. Now, if we go back to Father G, I am kind of glad. I'm like mixed on it. I kind of wish he did die, because it would have made his death impactful, and it would have been a great death. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad he survived, because it would have been really predictable if he died. Like, I'm kind of surprised that he survived, honestly, and at the same time, that makes it so you don't know who's going to die and who's going to survive now, like other than Cavill and Dowell, and maybe some other characters like Judith and maybe Negan. I kind of like how Beta died in this, though. I know some people would be pissed with the Negan versus Beta fight, though, but I do prefer his death here in the show compared to the comics. In the comics, it was just, what the fuck? You know, they killed him, took off his mask, it was like, oh, this guy's like a football player, and then that was it. That was the end of the scene. It was Aaron and Jesus, and it was exactly the same. It was a very similar situation. People will be pissed you don't get the knife and bat fight that we could have gotten, but the problem with that is you don't have Lucille. You know, in the comics, like Dwight passed Negan Lucille, like the actual Lucille, which I thought would have happened in one episode at some point, but it didn't. We still kind of got that little back and forth between them. You know, he did get to say his famous line, found him with 2 knives, which, you know, I mean, that itself is very comic booky. And don't forget, people, I feel like if you want Negan to do everything this season, it's kind of shit. Because I always predicted that Dowell or Negan could have been the one to kill Beta. But considering Negan's killed Alpha, Dowell needs to get an upper hand there. You know, I feel like the Whisperers stuff has really been focused around Negan, Dowell, and Cowell. And Lydia, I guess. But, you know, Cowell and Negan work together to kill Alpha, and Dowell and Negan work together to kill Beta. You know? And from what I saw of that scene, it seemed like that was the plan. Like, Negan was trying to get Beta out in the open so Dowell could get him. That's what it felt like, because Dowell was quick on it. He was like... It does so the fight didn't last a little longer, though. That's the only part I'm annoyed about, is that it could have lasted a little bit longer, but... It is what it is. It wasn't much of a fight, it was just... He threw a walker at Negan, tackled him, bashed him down on the floor, and then pulled out the knife, and then got slashed at the side, and then stabbed in the eyes. By Dowell. But that's similar to how it was in the comics. Like I said, I think it was Aaron... No, Jesus got pinned down, I think, by Beta, and then Aaron shot him or something with an arrow. Or stabbed him. They stabbed him. They did something in the comics. I can't remember what exactly they did. They stabbed him. It was either they stabbed or shot him while Beta was kind of like holding someone else down. So it was a very similar situation. The only problem is it wasn't like the Negan and Beta fight in the comics. It's like, how much of a redemption do you want Negan to have? Do you want Negan to kill Beta too? Or fight Beta? You know, they had a clash. They clashed. It wasn't for long, sadly, but... And I think that's the part that's the only anticlimactic part, his Beta's death. It just felt too quick. You know, it was so quick. It was like, he tackles Negan and then next minute, boom, he's dead. It's like, what? And that's the annoying thing. I see a lot of the big bads like getting beaten like that. You know, the governor, he was beating the shit out of Vic. Next minute, he gets stabbed from behind. Beta, he gets slashed from behind. They never kill a villain, or like in a good way. They always kill it by like a surprise attack. You know, they never get the one up on them and like beat them and shoot them down. You know, the only one that really stands out would maybe be Simon. Like Negan beats Simon hand to hand, like in a fair fight. It's just weird. I don't understand like why a lot of the villains always get surprise attacked. Because Shane got stabbed by Vic, the surprise attack. The governor got surprise attacked from behind. Negan got slashed in the throat, a surprise attack. Alpha got a surprise attack by Negan. And then Beta's got a surprise attack by getting slashed in the back and then stabbed in the head. Like, it just feels like a lot of the villains die in similar ways. It's not like a one-on-one fight where like they're beating someone and then they grab like a. I mean, I guess that would be a surprise attack too. It's never a one-on-one like just like imagine if Vic beat Negan fair and square, and had him down on his knees and shit. Like that would have been a little bit better, but he did the surprise attack because you know that's what happened in the comics. The little. But yeah, I think people would be pissed off about that. I don't know if people would be pissed off at the fact that Daryl did it, or Negan didn't get the fight, or Aaron didn't get the kill. But I think Aaron's got another purpose in the storyline. I think he's got a bigger purpose in the storyline in season 11. I think we all know what's going to happen there if you've read the comics. He's got the one hand, he looks like Vic. Think about what happened to Vic in the comics. And considering Aaron has a daughter, same situation could happen. Or Negan could get a certain... It could happen to Negan, to be fair. I do love that little like moment of where Negan and Daryl are like, you know who that asshole was? Yeah. Nobody. Come on, let's go. Like, that just felt like, oh, these guys are going to be so good teamed up together. And I'm very curious as to why they didn't have a scene with Maggie and Negan for a second. You know, just a quick little like glance at each other, like, and then maybe she nods at him. And then maybe he kind of like smiles back, like slightly smiles back, you know? Like a slight little nod. But they I guess they're saving that for the extra episodes. Because from what I've learned, the extra episodes, like Angela Kang mentioned that the next episode, episode 17, will be about the guy in the mask. We know it's a guy, because I mean, you can kind of tell it's a guy. But yeah, I'm very curious as to what's going to happen now. Because it's like... There's no real big bad now. I'll be honest. In the comics, there's not really a big bad. After this point, it is very smooth sailing until a certain point, and then there's no villains. It's just kind of like whoa. It's more internal struggles. But we'll see. Maybe they could remix the Commonwealth a little bit. It could be very interesting. Because I'm not, as we all agree, if you've read the comics, the Commonwealth arc isn't the best arc. It's probably the weakest arc of the comics, and it's a very bad final arc too. So we'll see what they'll do in the show. Because I think they've handled the Whispers very well in the show. I think I prefer the Whispers in the show compared to the comics, just because I just feel like Beta's death is so much better though. When I'm thinking back at the comics, Beta's death was so like what. It was only anticlimactic. I think people will... Like I said, I think it's anticlimactic because we've had to wait so long. Some people will be disappointed, but they did advertise it as an action-packed episode. It had a bit of action in there. It wasn't a lot, but it was some action. You know, we had a big death, Beta. Didn't have a Gabriel death, though. We had Beatrice die, but, you know, it's not action-packed. It was a conclusive story. It ended the story arc. But it's whether or not that would be satisfying enough for people. You know, people aren't going to be satisfied no matter what. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it how it ended. I do feel a little bit like some of the stuff could have been elevated a little bit and a little bit tiny bit better. You know? It could have been tiny bit better. Like, just smooth things out a little bit more. Just make the episode longer and it probably would have been fixed. Imagine an hour episode of just that. Be insane. It's like they just wanted to end the Whisper War quickly and then just get straight... I mean, they said it was a final showdown, so we could, you know... kind of obvious that Beta would die. It's just the way it was done. It was like, whoa. Anyway, I'm going to go watch World Beyond Episode 1 right now. I will see you guys for that. We'll probably be up like this around the same time this is. But yeah. Ta-ta. And farewell until episode 17, whenever that will be. Early 2021, February or something.